And here we are doing it live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special Thursday night edition of Streaming Pyre. I was originally, because my plans for Friday night were going to involve me traveling away from my house, which is a bad idea. Turns out, especially tomorrow, because there's going to be a terrible storm that stretches all the way from Austin to Boston. So I'm back here, and then tomorrow I will probably do what I did the last time there was a big storm and stream Little Inferno, and that'll be fun because then Hana Pengu will get to actually experience the second half of it and find out what happened to Sugar Plumps. But that's not this game. No. Tonight we find out what happened to all the other members of the Night Wings. As I just set up my stream manager here. Pardon me. And here we are. Excellent. Okay. All right. So when last we left, Hedwyn had been the lucky winner of the Ascension Rite and was able to make it all the way up to the Commonwealth. And now everybody else is left behind, and we have to do it all again. Or this time it'll be harder, so we'll see. But so we continue. Your vision returns as the effects of the Beyonder crystal dissipate. Time seems to have stood still while you experience the vision. A page has been revealed called the Beyonders. That's cool. Grease stone exhibits a flagrant disregard for natural law, thus providing light entertainment. Wah! I keep saying from Mount Elodial. Okay. Ruki's running around somewhere. Tizo's digging for grubs. Good job, Tizo. Singing Sands, that's cool. Sir Gilman is just nearby. That's fine, I guess. Liberation Rite, not Ascension Rite. Same idea. Hedwyn is liberated. Pamitha is nearby. Okay, cool. There's the Beyonder Crystal again. I don't think we have any more missions to do there, but we have new pages. So what's up in the book? Living in Exile. In the words of Yomur Menimane, the Alpha Chief, not to be confused with the Super Chief. Once I too roamed free. I remember well those days in which I was called Chief. I traveled all the world over on my 4 good paws, and I was well adored. I wanted to grow stronger. Here, at last, I have. I shall not mince my words. This place shall either harden you or kill you. It shall haunt you with old memories. You share the exile's plight. My charge is to alleviate the sting of it for you for a little bit and to prolong your stay, but only for as long as is needed. Your charge is to return. We call this place the downside for a reason. But, in time, here you can learn to eat, to seek out shelter, and to find a certain beauty in unlikely places. That's kind of nice, I guess. Oh wow, is there like a lot more now? Forsaken lands. In the words of, hang on, wait. Living in Exile, does that have more pages? No. Hang on. What is it to change pages? Right bumper? Okay. There we go. Alright. The Empire's collapsed, down the river, on for Moor, the demon, the mercy shown. This is where we left off. Oh, actually, maybe not. Hang on. The demon. Yeah, horn sprouted from his head. We found this one. Okay. But did we get to the end? I'm going to read it anyway. The imp Haob and I, we helped to save my emperor. And when the danger did subside, my emperor Solian Mur, he said something to me, which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Galathanian, so that I may yet have mine. You, too, are now in exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I could never repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next." We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did. Now we move forward. Okay. Living in exile. Yes, okay, this is what we were just reading. No more pages there, though. Forsaken lands. The downside prairie first appears serene. It is not. The soil there accommodates only the region's brutish native vines and overbrush. The most likely food sources prove poisonous. Thus, we journeyed further north. The climate there grew fouler to my senses, though the courage Yomur found it amenable. Yomur? Jomur? I can't remember. This sprawling valley, pocketed with long evaporated lakes, gives evidence to the monstrosities which roamed this land. We found the region's western edge to be more pleasant on the whole. Therein we found sources of fresh water, whereas over to the east we found the edge of the land's most hideous decay. Mount Alodiel. Gaining the summit of the sacred Mount Alodiel involved no small amount of sacrifice and sorcery, in varying proportion. The mountain's energies were palpable, the sensation that we felt indescribable. The lands that we stood upon were closer to the stars than to the world that we knew. It was upon this highest point in all the downside that we first made efforts to concoct this tome, which you now read. It was there that we were stricken with a vision of the cycle of the rites and felt, together, for the first, a sense of freedom unlike any we had experienced before. But that is a subject which our comrades shall illuminate in greater detail. Celestial landmarks. Do you feel a kinship with the stars? You owe everything to them, perhaps one day even your freedom. I chased the stars across the river of my genealogy until they led me here. I demanded they explain to me the paradox of knowledge, for how is it that something can be shared but still contained within ourselves in its entirety? Something intellectual property law, etc. The stars did not respond but sent me on a quest. I sought the 9 landmarks, which they revealed to me, so that someday I would reveal their mysteries to you. These landmarks, emissaries of the stars, are 9 lenses through which we see the land and see ourselves in a new light. I dig it. Oh, there's actually more pages in that one? That's cool. Were there more pages in the other one? Oh, there were. I think. Hang on. I'm getting mixed up in here. I'm gonna stop reading the book now. It's too much. All right. Who's there to be talked to? Sir Gilman. He seems to have something on his mind. You know I got time for Sir Gilman. Sir Gilman is shivering there after the Black Wagon's maiden voyage through the skies. Master Reader, this knight is very, very slightly out of sorts is all. He merely appears terrified, but he assures you that his seeming cowardice is but an optical illusion in this case. Pamitha overhears and joins you. Flying's not for everyone, Sir Knight. This knight heartily concurs, though how anyone at all can stand it he has yet to understand. Well, let's see. What's it like to swim the waters of the Sea Dominion? Ah, those glorious murky waters, engulfed in hideous warfare to be sure, but otherwise a joy to cut across, to feel the coolness of the waves beneath one's gill slits, and the like. though this knight is now accustomed to his life above the surface. Flying's just the same, Sir Knight. It resists those of us not born to it. I, in turn, have wondered what your seas are like, but the thought of swimming fills me with disgust. Though, I haven't had to swim, and you now have to fly. That's very brave of you, and you handled it better than some harp fledglings I've met in my day. You'll get used to it. She departs, but you sense Sir Gilman is feeling better after the exchange. Sir Gilman gained one hope for the next rite. Wish him well. Always. Always. Oh, we got an achievement called There for them. That's wonderful. Alright, I'm about to explore Lixan, but I gotta finish my dinner first. You take some of the afternoon to survey the area with Ruki. You observe many curs off in the distance, driven half wild from the heat. I don't know any of those mutts. Ought to steer clear of them, in fact. Let's go, sister. There is nothing you can do for the creatures. The sight of them makes you all too eager to return to the wagon and immerse yourself in your vocations. Ah. So what do I want to give to people? We've got pretty good resources, I think. I don't think we need to mentor anybody right now. So we'll study in private. We're getting there. We're getting all of our pluses in. And now we continue the journey to the cairn of Ha'ub. I don't think we have anything we really want from the slug market. Oh, who brought this in? Xylobones? Ah, whether we all could become musical instruments ere our bones turn to dust. Cool, but a little scary. Ah, this is a new page. The 8 Scribes. We found each of the others in due time, by fate, not by coincidence. The wise Luz Glorian stood among the trees, gazing at the stars, expecting us. The wild witch Milithe was so enthralled by my liege's utter transformation that she stayed her sorceries. Blessed-born Trieste thou swooped down upon us, but to warn of imminent attack. The many-maned Jomur thus intervened, and shared with us his humor and his hunt. Even the Underking Ores himself sought out an audience with us. Thus we became the 8 and journeyed on together. Alright, these both have things for them. Okay. Sure, it's all very fascinating, but I will read it later. It's too much of a lore dump to read right now. So what's up, Ruki? You find Ruki having just put back his Greentail family portrait. There is something of a wistful look in his eyes. Oh, hang on. Then something comes over him, and he moves in close, lowering his voice. Look, sister, I gotta level with you about something here real quick. Truth is, I haven't been entirely upfront with you about my family situation. He hesitates a while, and then... We ain't exactly quite as rich as I've been letting on. I mean, we do just fine, and we got lots of money stored away. It's mostly locked up in savings bonds, and banks, and loans, and... We don't have any Costello routine about that. He seems to catch himself in the middle of another tall tale and relents before you can respond one way or another. The situation is my mom back on the other side. She needs a little bit of help, financially and otherwise. All she's got now are my knuckle-headed uncles to keep her steady. I always told her I'd make something of myself, you know? I was just a clerk in her shop. Things started getting tough for us, so I started looking for all kinds of different work. Got in with some unseemly sorts, I guess, but the pay was real good. We took to shipping certain types of stuff down here, of all places. Flushing it straight down the river, watertight. The pay was right. Mom was so proud of me. We were eating real good all the time. But you can probably guess what happened. I barely scraped by after they flushed me down here. Would have been food for a bunch of howlers had Jody not bailed me out of a tough spot one fine evening. As for my ma, she didn't know the half of it. My uncles told her I'm away on business. Not entirely untrue, I guess, but if she knew, it'd break her poor heart. So, I don't know how else to put this, sister, but I want to get out of here. Get back to what I was doing back home, on the straight and narrow, though. I should go straight this time for sure. Just don't go telling everybody that old Rookie Greentails is just a mama's boy, okay? I got a certain reputation to uphold. He quickly scampers out the door. His past has been weighing heavily on him, but you sense he's sincere about wanting to lead an honest life. It's time. In celebration or in commiseration of my plans being canceled, I'm enjoying a lovely night heavy in my lovely Mighty Mighty Boss Tones mug with its drinking song measurements on the side. R.I.P. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. It's a shame that Dickie Barrett had to turn out to be an anti-vaxxer. Anyway. Now, why was that shimmering? Oh well. Either way. I don't think we have anything. Hey guys, come on in. Say now, whatever happened to that smiley headwind guy? Did he really get out of here like I've been hearing, or what? Whoa, that thing looks like a death's head. Twilight Shard, rank 5 talisman. When inflicting the orb into the adversary's pyre, the bearer deals bonus damage. That's cool. I so rarely do that, though. I hope I didn't lose the one that Headwind had. That would be sad. So 5, 6, 5, 4... 19, 19, 15, 19, 16, 30. Wow. Oh, so some are +1, some are +2, and some are +3. So you could just sink all of them into one thing and get it super powerful, I guess. But anyway. Everything is set for the rite to commence, and all is quiet amid the dusty wastes of the Cairn of Ha'ub. All there is left to do is wait for nightfall to set in. You observe Sir Gilman sliding back and forth. Back and forth. You sense something is weighing on his mind. This night is not a night at all. This knight betrayed his former commander, abandoned his brethren of the sea dominion. But what is knighthood even? What is knighthood if it means having to follow such a craven as that Sir Deluge? Or Deluge. There we go. Cease this nonsense, Gilman. Focus on the right. Focus on the right. Focus on the right. He notices you, finally. Ah, Master Reader, this knight did not see you there just now. Such was his preoccupation with the task at hand. Know that this knight stands prepared. He has no misgivings whatsoever when it comes to battling his ex-triumvirate. Please consider letting this knight participate, for he has honor to restore. And then a glimmering within the sky draws your and his attention. Alright, take it away, narrator. Anytime, when you're ready.
Reader, ever persevering, aren't we? Well then, rejoice, because the cycle of the rites begins anew. Perhaps you'll liberate another soon enough. Your chosen adversaries here shall be the Pyre Hearts. Reduce their flame to ash, just as you did when last you met. Now, who exactly shall oppose them?
Who indeed? Gilman! Still not abandoned your new friends like all your other duties and responsibilities? Sir Deluge wrestles with his mask for a time. This knight is most surprised that you have the courage to even show yourself. You speak of courage, Sir Deluge, but this knight has little else to say to the likes of you. That figures, Gilman. You are no knight at all. You are a teensy minnow swimming in a sea of minnows many, many times your size and with much more honor, too. Then something comes over Sir Gilman. Somewhere deep within the core of my being, a red-hot fire began to grow. But just as soon, it fades. Sir Gilman slinks away. Disgraceful! You Nightwings, you are stupid to have even taken that one in. And you're no good at the rites. And another thing, we do not fear you! This knight's companions have grown so much stronger since we jumped that worthless Sir Gilman. You sense Sir Deluge speaks the truth. The Pyre Hearts are more capable than before. Each time you face a triumvirate, they gain talismans and masteries. Do not underestimate them.
Who shall stand together here this night?
Oh, now we can learn more about our enemies. Consider the Nightwings. Interact or press to show your companions. So what's he got? After Sir Deluge banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall instantly return. Obnoxious. Sir Deluge / banishes adversaries in a wider area of effect. Obnoxious. Vengeful Vow. If the bearer is banished, an ensuing blast can banish adversaries in a radius. Whew. Nifty. Lady Seagrass. When she banishes an adversary, one of her banished adversaries to return. Okay, same one. Okay, / wide area, but +4 quickness. Okay. Also same ones, no item. Okay. Alright. So let's talk experience. So Gilman's definitely going in. Pamitha's going in. Looks like Faye might be the next one. Alright.
Faye.
Sir Gilman needs an item. More quickness is always good, but more presence is even better. Because he has a pretty weak presence.
Sir Gilman.
And Pamitha. Pamitha needs an item too. Yeah, we'll do the after being banished. You have a chance of returning immediately.
Pamitha. It is done.
Come on then, little Pyre Hearts. To my kind, you are nothing but a snack. Come then, night wings! Show this night how you defend the honor of that miserable minnow whom you harbor. En garde!
Commence. Banished
Wow.
in turn.
What?
Pyre is the first to falter.
Okay. That's new. Oh, no.
Better than that.
Aw. What? Okay, a lot of things have been happening here, and I don't know what they are. Oh.
The scribe
Okay. So, there's definitely a learning curve in the second time around. And I'm going to get it, but it's probably going to take me a few tries. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
the rights. Fair.
So we'll grab Faye. So Gilman might need the return immediately one.
Sir Gilman.
Okay, quickness, presence. She could use more presence. Do that. Alright.
It is done. Now begin.
Wow.
Oof. In honor of the scribe.
Not easy. Oh, shoot.
They did it.
Okay, I was mixing up my controls, and that was messing me up a little bit. Nice, intercepted.
Remember everything which you hold dear.
Alright, well, halfway there.
Spectacular.
Oh, shoot, wow, that went fast. Alright, well, we're all back now, so that's good.
The orb is up.
Get him. Oh, no. Oh, wow.
Now that was exciting. Oh. Firehearts banished to the last.
There we go.
The freedom.
Man, this is intense now. Another most inglorious defeat is imminent. This knight can feel it in his bone. Defeat for whom?
Someone there rose to the occasion. Amatha has doused the flame. Your victory's at hand. Atlas worm.
Wow. Oh, no.
There it is.
So much happened at once. Oh, no. We were right there. And there we go. Got it now. What speed they had, though.
The right is ended.
Curse you, Gilman! You were a fool to abandon us, and now you only twist the dagger in our backs. You still do not seem to understand, Sir Deluge. This knight is no longer beholden to the likes of you. This knight is bound only by the path toward enlightenment. Your words ring false. You are unfit to lead. Shut up! You know exactly what you are, Gilman. You call this knight a craven, yet your courage is a mere facade, and everybody knows, this knight shall see to it. Sir Gilman does not respond, although you sense the words of Sir Deluge got to him. How dare that insignificant worm.
Honor is elusive, O Sir Gilman, yet enlightenment is eternal.
So grateful is this knight for such a glorious occasion that he is giving strong consideration to performing, here and now, the forbidden dance of the Sea Dominion. Where's that DLC, Supergiant Games? Alright. Choose a mastery for Sir Gilman. After he banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies instantly return. Cool. After using a slash, he can use it again to instantly return to his previous position, or his slash banishes adversaries in a wider area of effect. I like this one. I think it makes it more useful. Pamitha, not quite level 3 yet, sadly.
Until the stars align.
Until the stars align, indeed. You return to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles secured victory over the Pyre Hearts and find Volfred waiting for you there. Well done back there, my girl. You are serving your companions well. Now then, I've something that I wish to share with you if you've a moment. We have discussed the plan of which we're all a part. I have a means of measuring our progress toward the goal of it. I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rites may take us next. Look forth. I expect you shall again see several shining stars where once you saw but one. You gaze again into the darkness of the night. The scribe's stars beckon. Gaul the South Star, Milad the whatever star, and Lu the Vernal Star. Several shining stars. A trick of the eye, or the will of the scribes? Who can say? I too once gained this newfound vision, many years ago following my first liberation rite, and I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift. I realize that in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each rite, we, in turn, influence which triumvirate we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. The object I invite you to use contains further detail. Henceforth, you may use Volfred's planner to see your current progress. Look upon it now. Okay. Using Volfred's planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal, as well as check the current standings of your adversaries. Volfred shall keep this information up to date for the remainder of your quest. You may look over it now or any time in the Black Wagon or while searching the stars. Okay. Nightwings are 9-0. It's only because we get to restart when we start to do poorly. Is Volfred really the head of the Nightwings, or is it me? I ask you. Okay, but let's see here. So highest favor, huh? Okay. So they're 4 and 3. They're 4 and 5, but they have higher standing. So it isn't just by record alone. No idea how many rights until next liberation. 1 liberation rite conducted. 1 additional exile required. Required? The number of additional exiles required to join the Nightwings and fulfill a key aspect of the plan. Interesting. Total rights conducted. Exiles liberated. Probability of success. Oof, only 27%. Okay. Yeah, so we just beat the Pyre Hearts. The Accusers, yes indeed. Okay, so our big competition right now is the Essence and the Withdrawn. So there's the Essence. There's the Fate. There's the Dissidents. And I am excited to fight the Dissidents because they have that awesome theme song. But I mean, the Bogstar. Okay, so these are our highest ranked opponents. So let's go with them now. Let's go with the notion of always trying to go against the best opponents to keep everybody on balance. So we're to have another brush with Tamitha. Perhaps she'll spare me yet another moment of her time. She's here because of me, and I am here for her. Tamitha tells you more of your next adversary, her own blood sister. Tamitha Thane, a harp of the Highwing remnants, raised from birth to excel in outwitting and outmaneuvering her enemies. She seems driven by her hatred for the Commonwealth. After retreating to the mountains centuries ago, the harps refused to join the Commonwealth, and the old tensions boiled over into raids or skirmishes or all-out war. Flight tacticians such as Tamitha gave the Highwing remnants a swift and powerful military presence to this day, despite the harp's small numbers. She once hatched ambitious plans to overthrow the Commonwealth, breaching its defenses so her sisters could rain down untold destruction. On the darkest night of the year, she led a daring infiltration mission deep into her enemy's lands. It almost worked. However, she was betrayed by someone very close to her, someone branded a Commonwealth sympathizer, Tamitha. Tamitha was caught, clipped, and subsequently exiled as a prisoner of war, but being trapped within the downside only stoked her fury. I wound up here not too long afterwards. Anyway, it's complicated. It's complicated what happened between us. What I did for her own good, and that for all our sisters. Though I'm beginning to doubt that Tamitha will ever see it that way. We'll see, I suppose, but for now I'd best try and catch what sleep I'm able. Pleasant dreams then, darling. You bid good night to Tamitha in turn. No time now to make flight preparations, though come morning the Black Wagon will press onward. What's up? The Pyre Hearts. Oh. The Pyre Hearts all follow in the path forged by the Underking Orez, whose many mighty deeds exceed the smaller structure that somehow contained him. His is the most spirited triumvirate, their courage unfaltering, their hearts full. They live always with vigor, and perhaps they die with it as well. They are the Underking's own kind, as at home above the sea as in it, never ceasing, ever longing, as they do, for something more. The Underking chose wisely for these qualities and teaches that a life devoid of passion is a life devoid of life itself. That burning passion is the fuel that drives the Pyre Hearts, and in turn, us all. This one for the Beyonders, that's cool. Sir Gilman's here. He's got something on his mind. Sir Gilman is in a contemplative mood. He's been rather quiet, at least more than usual, ever since his confrontation with Sir Deluge. He notices you here and slides forth in a solemn manner. This night, he knows what he shall do now when all of this is over, Master Reader. We Worm Knights, We are all born and raised to prove ourselves superior to all the other billions of our kind, to lead our lives, however short, with glory. From the moment we shove past our wormling brethren in their egg sacs to the very end, we are conditioned to excel, to prevail at all costs. This relentless pursuit of glory, of fame, of self-worth, it leads most of this night's kind only to an early doom, or, in the case of Sir Deluge, it leads to a life of falsehood. A life of low deceit, abusing one's fellow worm knights, shirking one's responsibility, living in constant fear. This knight cannot abide his former commander, yet pities him. There must be more to honor than to lead a life engulfed in endless conflict. Then he looks at you intently. This knight shall ever seek that honor out when all of this is ended, Master Reader. Thus he vows to you, and he is ever grateful that your guidance led him to this new awakening. But until such time, this knight is duty-bound unto the Night Wings. This, the fulfillment of our plan and our pursuit of freedom, is to be his final quest. For what awaits him afterward is no mere quest. The honor that this knight has sought, it cannot be fully achieved through knighthood, can it? It requires something more. I trust you understand. He slithers off, his head held high, though not merely in pride, something has changed him. So Gilman gained 2 presents permanently. Wish him well. Always, buddy. Always. Interact to view the roster. Oh, cool. So we've got biographies on people. That's kind of cool. So with the exception of Jody, whose horns are blocking what I can see of her actual progression, and I can kind of see it. It looks like it's slightly above Ruki. About on par with Faye. A little below Tizo. Definitely above Sir Gilman. Way above Pamitha. Okay. Oh, hello. I'm not sure who just joined us, but thank you for coming in. Nice to see you here. Let's continue our journey through the downside. That's right, we're blasting off. Let's see if there's any other cool stuff to see around here. Whoa. A gloom hangs thick above the pit of Milive and all around it. You are brave to seek your adversaries here again, reader. Many in the downside believe it to be nothing other than a foul den. They take the tales of Islach Astralborn to be mythology, embellished through retelling over time. You've met others, such as the witch Udmilde, who believe otherwise, although, whichever their beliefs, I know none who would go near the place unless the stars demanded it. Thus shall your coming rite against the essence take place in complete secrecy, as always the rites have. So I guess that's our destination. It's right up here. But we can't land right on it. That would be too easy. And we can't even get to Big Bertrude's, which is a shame. Okay, so you sense an unusual presence here bearing word of your adversary Tamitha. Chidari believes you may find rare or precious flora growing here this time. The lone minstrel knows of a task along this route which may earn you some stardust. Well, that's kind of interesting. Here we go. Alright, you return to the dismal region known as Flagging Lands. Straight away you sense an air of dread, yet cling to hope that you can make your stay as brief as possible. You and your fellow exiles have time to yourselves before the day is done. Nonetheless, the dismal environments soon take their toll on everyone. Aw, we lost one hope. Suffer alongside them. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Sir Gilman. Love it. Love it. I'm excited for it. A visit from my favorite reader. What's the occasion? Scribe trial time, baby. You need but ask my reader, and you need but indicate who is to be my student. Oh, you know who it's got to be. I can give him something else if I need to. And I do need to, actually, for this. He's got good quickness. The other ones are not as useful. There's the one I'm looking for. 2 presents. Yes, please. Okay. The real hero steps up to the plate. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Sir Gilman. You think that dimwit of a worm has any chance? Perhaps you are correct, though I put little stock in him myself, though let us bring him forth. Soon Sir Gilman appears in heat of the summons. Master Reader, is this knight perchance in trouble for something? Not at all, my dear worm. The time has come to prove yourself yet again. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, worm. You answer to me here. As you will, your highness. Your highness? I like the sound of that, though flattery shall get you nowhere here. Demonstrate your competence to me, then, worm. You shall have to do it mostly on your own, though under the guidance of your lovely reader. I trust you are prepared. Of course, your highness. This knight accepts this challenge. What? A little weird. Not sure about that. Not off to a great start, but that's okay. I'll get it. I will get it. Oh. Shoot. Maybe I won't. Let's restart this one. Oh, we lost whoever that was. I'm sorry. Hey, why does it say disconnected from chat? That's weird. Oh, it was 6 card. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, hang on. I was getting chats from people, and my stream manager wasn't showing them. That's weird, and I don't like it. But it's back now, and I'm sorry about that. Apologies. I am very sad that I missed it. Ah, shoot. Ah, beans. Okay. Oh, wait, okay, 6 cards still there. Fair enough. Good, good. All right. Glad to see my chat's working again, though. Hello. Sorry about all that. I don't have 2 monitors yet. That's coming later. So right now, my second screen is my phone. And sometimes it's not as reliable. Oh, rude. All right, well, I guess that's it. Oh, nice, I got him. Oh, nope. So much for that. Oh, that was cool. Pretty sure I jumped at him. Just saying. Now see, now it says disconnected from chat again. So what's going on? Gotta jump back in again. Here we go. There we go. Now I gotta draw them out because they're hogging over the spot. Ah, shoot. No, that's no good. Oh, he slammed it on me. Yikes. Oh, no. I tried to shoot it. That's never a good idea. Okay, what the heck? At some point I should have got him. Alright, I'll restart it again. And so we go. Oh no, he moved fast. Oh, there's the thingy. I dislike those thingies. Okay, well I can't banish anybody while I have the orb, so let's get rid of it for now. There we go. Much better. Oh! Stopped by terrain. Terrible. Hate it. Okay, I ran into him. He should have been dead. I don't know what's going on with that. Hello, whoever just joined us. I think the... Oh, no, and now the chat's not working again. Hang on. Yipe. Yipe! There we go. Now it's supposed to be back. I don't get why Twitch is just disconnecting my phone from the chat all over the place, though. That's rude. Alright, alright. Not great. Not great. Okay. Next point wins either way. Oh, shoot. There it goes. There it goes. Alright. Alright, this time I'll have to try actually banishing them. Seeing if it helps at all. I have to remember how to do it, though. Like, his slash move is weird. Ah, nope. Terrible. He just walks it in. Hang on, I'm gonna start that over. Disconnected from chat again? Why? One moment. Grinding Final Fantasy IV and lurking. Oh, well, thanks. I mean, like, I appreciate it. I'm not a charity case, but I appreciate the views anyway. Let me see what I can do about this problem with my thing not reading the chat all the time. I don't know what's going on. We'll see. Here we go. That's kind of funny, actually. I wasn't even trying that time. I just got the orb as a matter of, again, disconnect. Okay, so correction, deserved the view. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. And it disconnected me from chat again. Hey, I'm gonna kill the app and then reopen it. See if that makes a difference. Oh, it's a Pal Vulcan is streaming The Sims 4, and the stream title is I have no idea what I'm doing. I love it. Okay, so how do I switch to creator mode? There we go. Stream manager. Maybe now it'll work. We'll see. Ah, so I focus too much on defending. Also, hello 5 viewers, that doesn't make any sense. Where did all you come from? The Honor Seeker, cool. Oh, no. No. Well, at least they're a little slow in getting back, so I can do that. Get a second chance to mess this up. Oh, no! Well, that's it. That's over. Bye. Bye. I guess that was it. Finally. Yeah, you tell him, Sir Gilman. Disconnected from chat again. What is doing this? Huzzah! This night prevails! I have no choice but to concur with that assessment, Worm. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order, to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Sandra's favorite. Neat. Alright, I may have to see if I can switch views of this. Master Reader, this knight is humbled after having passed that sorcerer's test. Wah! By the skills of Underking Ors! What is that you have there? You've received Ors' scale for completing Sir Gilman's trial. A rank 10 legendary talisman, the Underking laughed aside deep wounds and fought and fought and fought. Sir Gilman jumps further than usual by 30%. Nice. Good one. We'll have to equip that, in fact. Hang on. There we go. Cool. And I'm disconnected from chat again, so I really need to switch to windowed mode. Can I do that? Hang on, settings. Display. Full screen, no. I'll leave it as borderless. No, I'll leave bordered. Bordered is fine. But now, can I go back and use my stream manager and still see what's going on, or no? No, I can't. Oh, darn it. Okay. So I can't do that. I can't just play it in the window for Streamlabs, which would be cool. Alright, so I'm just going to keep remembering to reconnect to chat, I guess. Man, this app is terrible. Why did they do this? Wait, I know. I'll just tune into my own channel. Then I can read the chat and it won't keep disconnecting, hopefully. Can I do that? Okay, I need to set it to chat only, otherwise I'm going to hear an echo. Probably work. We'll see. I said chat only. There we go. Okay. Let's continue. I don't think we have anything else cool to do here. Let's contact the apparition. As you walk through a dark corner of Cold Moat, you sense a presence of some sort which reaches out to you. Oh, hang on. Wait. It presents you a vision of the adversary you expect to face in the coming right. Oh, this will be interesting. The apparition is aware of your next adversary in the rites, Tamitha. It offers to sway the coming right against her in your favor. Accept, and your adversary shall suffer a misfortune that inhibits their performance. Nothing permanent, it claims. Decline, and the apparition shall extend its offer to Tamitha instead. It's the prisoner's dilemma. Oh, yikes. Okay. The apparition awaits your decision concerning this generous offer. I'm going to decline courteously. You thank the apparition for its generous offer, but decline, choosing your words with care. The apparition makes no response you can discern. Then it shimmers and is gone. You attempt to set your mind at ease as you return to the Black Wagon to pursue your vocations. What's Jody say? You find Jadariel seemingly deep in thought. You consider whether to even bother her. Your presence is not unwelcome, reader. Remain a moment, please. She stares at you for some time. Today marks the beginning of my 16th year in exile. You look back at her and remain silent. You see that all she wants from you right now is for you to listen. I have kept count. Put notches in this breastplate of mine for each passing day. Notice how much it has frayed. 16 years, reader. The orphans whom I fostered would be long since fully grown. Some of them are likely gone. Many of them spoke of how they longed to one day serve with me on the blood border. Sometimes I cannot help but wonder, if I were still captain, could I have protected them? Could I have made a difference? I think not. The Commonwealth and the Highwing remnants, they have fought eternally. Those such as I have come and gone throughout the age. I catch myself feeling pity for my years, but then, had I remained there on the blood border, it is unlikely I would have lived to see this day. She looks at you again. Do you know why they cast me down? I was a decorated captain. They said I was the best. She closes her eyes a moment before she continues. One day, it was a standard patrol, but I ran across a pack of harp fledglings, fully armed and preparing for a strike, but all on their own. They were nothing for my regiment. We ensnared them all and took them in. A considerable prize. They were not yet conditioned and could be made to talk. When the order came down and they were to be executed, I could not bring myself. The Commonwealth, priding itself on mercy, committing such acts to the one such as me, it was unconscionable. So I thought then, at least in my younger years, I let the damned birds go, made no claims as to the contrary, and turned myself in. I was cast down the following week, 16 years ago. Thus my enemies had the last laugh in that exchange. If I were faced with the same choice again today, I do not know for certain that I would have chosen just the same. Now then, I shall go and mark this occasion as I have always done. Be well, reader. She heads out of the wagon alone. New pages. The flagging lands. Or flagging hands, rather. Flagging hands. Beyond the valley lies the flagging hands, which could be called a swamp, if an entire sea could merely be a lake. Soon after our arrival, several of us fell into a dark despair, such were the environs. I found it rather fascinating, though. It held aspects reminiscent of the southern bogs we dwelt in as a tad. We grew accustomed to the dampness of the air and grew to savor certain twigs and beetles. It can be said that flagging hands are an acquired taste, recommendable only for those of our same bent, or, perhaps, the downside's native imps. The sea surrounded the environs on three sides, appearing insurmountable at first. Quickly checking. Okay. Oh, the Can of Hope has a page now. How ironic that the shattered remnants of the Bone Titan Shack's six shoulders, God, what a difficult name to say, which once stood vigilant over the archway into flagging hands, remain now as forbidding as when the horrid monster still possessed unnatural life. After little Haub dispatched the Bone Titan in a feat of ingenuity, Shax's pieces fell to the valley floor, forming a set of standing stones which Haub marked. Further, traces of the Titan's glacial blood coagulated into perfect frozen drops which still shimmer in the darkness. Sixth Shoulders seems to start reanimating when the stars above him dance a certain way. Paint the sigil then in the shining light. Okay. I think that's all the new pages. That's all the talking. Now we have to study a vocation. I guess I can mentor somebody. Let's see. Jody would get a pretty big bump. Pamitha really needs the help, honestly. Fine then, let us chat together for a spell. You sit down with Pamitha to go over some of the subtler aspects of the rites, such as the state of banishment and how to return from it. You sense she's beginning to understand. Hey, there we go, that brought her right up. All in all, having to unlearn everything I've learned is going somewhat faster than expected. Choose a mastery. Okay, we're pretty committed to this tree. Pamitha can use her dash ability in rapid succession for less stamina. Awesome. After saluting, Pamitha instantly switches places with her nearest ally. I don't trust that. It is a strange sensation, to be sure, though it gives to you a moment to reflect. Okay. Nobody in the wagon. We continue. Being here in Flagging Hands continues to sap most everyone's spirits. Everybody loses one hope for the next rite. Okay, fine. Is what it is. Can't go to Big Bertrude's. Let's go to the right. What? Here in the darkest corners of Flagging Hands, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains to Hedwyn, whom you liberated at the fall of Soliam. Or Soliam? Soliam. You learn Hedwyn returned safely to the Commonwealth, where he was clothed and welcomed, his past transgressions all forgiven. He was to be groomed for a leadership position of his choice, whether on the Council or the Blood Border, each equally as lucrative and secretive as well. However, he refused, and before the stunned council members could do anything about it, he left them. He has since made contact with Volfred's agents and is working together with them. Thus, the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. Per the messenger imp custom, the last part of the message was transcribed from Hedwyn, word for word, and says, "Keep going. I'll see you there." You thank the messenger imp for relaying this information. Soon, your companions are all abuzz about it. He did it! Yeah, that's how it's done, Hedwyn. Right behind you, chum. Wonder if he'll ever find the one he fell for. A glorious example Hedwyn sets for all of us. I always thought Hedwyn was looking for someone out there back home. Do you think he found her? Hanapengo is not here to do the Kizo noise. But it's a Tizo noise. Tizo is happy to hear Hedwyn is well back in the Commonwealth. The news of Hedwyn's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Your companions gain one hope for the next ride. Hey, we're balanced. How about that? Alright, 2 new pages revealed. The Pit of Milive. Let's see. If there's one celestial landmark in which I would never again wish to tread, unless, of course, the stars beseech me to, it has to be the pit. 'Twas dark in there beyond all reckoning. If not for Milad's sorceress lantern, all of us, we all would have been lost. What lies within the pit is not to be invoked, although I have no doubt our goodly Underking shall be unable to prevent himself from boasting of how Milad sealed it there for an entire age. The thing yet lies there on the edge of death. Though its connection doesn't. Through its connection to the stars, it gives the pit significance. Walk there with courage and a steady mind. The Book of Rites, okay. thought we had another page. Whatever. Alright. Yeah, let's commence the rite. The afternoon is just beginning to give way to nightfall as you and your companions finish making preparations for the coming rite. Through all the ceremony, you realize Pamitha is nowhere to be found. The last anybody saw of her was shortly after the Black Wagon came to rest here at the Pit of Milive. She returns just as you were beginning to plan a search for her. Sorry to have worried you there, Rita darling. Just getting a little antsy is all. Had to go and spread my wings a bit and shake away the nerves. She's holding something back. Don't you get in my head. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth, damn it. Damn you, Rita. Get out. Get out. Get out! Anyhow, it looks as if the show's about to start. I shall be in the field with the others. As Pamitha departs, you see she's right, as the stars above begin to shine. You know she is about to face her sister Tamitha once again. You accept that it is a very private matter between them.
Listen well, you exiles of the Night Wings. The eight scribes summon you to the Pit of Milith.
Oh,
Your
Milith.
adversaries in the coming rite shall be the Essence. Snuff out their pyre's flame and show your worth. Now prepare yourselves.
The winged exiles of the Essence take position opposite your own companions, and their leader soon asserts herself. Pamitha, come forth! No trickery this time! She appears as asked, though remains silent as her blood sister studies her for a time. Tamitha then reaches for her mask. Won't be needing this? You look weary to me, sister. Oh? Too little sleep, I guess. I do get rather anxious sometimes on the night before one of these things. It can be a lot of pressure. Understandable. The two of them say nothing for a time. You cannot discern what they are thinking. The Highwing remnants all seem to be very mentally acute, trained as they are from birth. Soon enough, Pamitha cuts through the tension, her tone light as ever. So, given further thought to my proposal, then? I have. And I think now is not the time for talk. Besides, your comrades there, surely you give them pause. Even now they must be questioning your loyalty. What? But I... Oh, cut it with the stammering, Pamitha. It's very unbecoming, you know that. And you be sure to tell those comrades of yours what you propose to me. She dons her mask once more. As she rejoins the other exiles of the Essence, Pamitha hesitates before returning to your group. I told her she could take my place. That I would keep her up to date about our progress, and that she could take my place if ever it was time for me to go. But you don't have to worry. For one thing, she refused, and for another, well, I'd better tell you later. For now, remember, you can count on me.
Who shall conduct this rite?
Ash and coal, huh? Hang on. Tell me more. At the start of a raid, they automatically gain 25. Oh, rude. Okay. When flying, they move faster than usual. Okay. All the same. Yes, but different abilities. Lunar Glass, even more fast. Okay, so they're very, very fast. This will be interesting. All right, who's up in this one?
Just choose.
Okay. Easy now, narrator. Okay, so everybody's looking pretty even now, which is good. Ruki a little lower than Faye and Tizo and all that. Sir Gilman and Pamitha still below the rest, so we'll use them again, but of the three, I'm gonna go Jody. Okay, Ruki and Faye can sit this one out, as can Tizo. We will go with Sir Gilman. And of course, Pamitha. But Pamitha needs a weapon. Everybody's got a lot of quickness, so let's see if she can keep up. Wait, unwilling? What? Okay, fair enough, I guess. Your prerogative. Alright, of the rest, who's lowest? Looks like it's Ruki. Okay. No complaints from me. Don't really want to get in the middle of this mess, but what the hey? You got it, sister. Face us, wastrels of the Commonwealth. The pain and loss of your defeat this night shall reverberate not only in your hollow hearts, but in the homeland that abandoned you. Are you quite sure it has to be this way then, sister? There is no compromise here, Pamitha, not for traitors to my country or my blood. I understand. Then so be it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Nope, not that either. Here we go. Hey, what? How did she just push Jody aside like that? That doesn't make any sense.
Now to the flame. Righteous fire. As per the sacred law.
Oh, no. That shouldn't have happened. What? Terrible. They got this now in the bag. Yep. I've done better. Hey. Well, there we go. Yeah, no, we're still losing. And by a fair margin at that.
The turn of events.
All right. Slowly evening the odds. Hey, hey. Ah, cheap.
No mercy shown. As per the sacred law.
I probably could have pushed and gone for Jody on that one, but I didn't want to.
That one almost got through.
Oh, no. Hey.
Simply abhorrent. Your
Whoa.
weakens.
An impressive move. You blasted Nightwings! So desperate to protect the people who discarded you like the trash that you are. Come then, let us show you. Rude.
Yes. Bask in the purifying flame.
Not doing well, though. Oh, that shouldn't have been. No! Yeah, there we go.
It's done.
Alright, let's try this again.
Who shall stand together here? This
Jody. Sir Gilman.
Gilman.
And Ruki.
it is done. Commence. Vanished in an instant. Already does your adversary's flame begin to flicker.
Yeah, well, we're fighting an uphill battle, though, so...
Now for their pyre.
Oh, grand. I guess that's how you play defense or something?
Headlong goes Sir Gilman into flame. Best not get overconfident, Nightwings.
Of course not. Oh, shoot. Yeah, sure enough. Oh, no, I got bounced. Good one, too. Damn.
Perhaps you are unworthy. Tabitha banished. As per the sacred law,
Slowly but surely getting there.
the two flames now burn equally as bright.
Oh, no! What the heck was that? Yeah, no, they're killing me because they... A, I have further to go, and B, they all do 20 instead of 15. Good job, Gil.
Sir Gilman plunges into the fire. Tabitha caught up. Rookie plunged into their fire.
Getting there. Alright, more than halfway there, but effectively halfway there.
Burns brighter for now.
Oh, no! Shoot. Oh, no. Oh, no!
There you poor Nightwings. Your pyre weakens.
Yeah, they're still winning.
You seem unable to stop these people.
Bold of you to refer to them as people.
Ouch. Rookie doused to the adversary's flames.
Not looking good.
Perhaps you are worthy. Yes. Righteous fire.
You blasted Nightwings! So desperate to protect the people who discarded you like the trash that you are. Come then, let us show you.
The orb.
Oh no! Oh no. Got it. Alright, almost done.
Once more like that, and we are finished here. There. And
Got it.
is done. The Nightwings prevail again.
Much better.
Their fire burns, whilst that of their adversaries is but ash.
But ash.
The
Indeed.
right is done.
You win, blood sister. You win. I don't suppose that means you'll reconsider. You know I cannot. You were always obstinate, but in that regard and all others which count for anything, you are inferior to me. Remember that. What you offered is meaningless to me. I shall free myself without your help, or that of anyone. Now then, farewell. Wait, What of your comrades, the Essence? You must need them, at least. Mincing my words as ever, Pamitha. Know that I do love you in a way. It is... Is that what you wish to hear? But my purpose is plain, and you stand in its way. You are a fool to think that my freedom is my goal. My freedom is a means toward an end, the likes of which you would never abide. Do you think that you could sway me from my purpose, Pamitha? Pamitha remained silent for some time. No. I think that you will struggle to destroy the Commonwealth no matter what it takes, no matter if in doing so you are destroyed instead. Just so. So then you understand me, after all. Pamitha does not turn to watch her blood sister depart.
There is much to learn from this experience.
Focus, training, prowess. The path towards survival on the blood border. These rites make similar demands of us. Choose a master for Jodariel. Permanently gains 4 presence, raising the size of her aura. Great. At the start of a rite, Jodariel's Pyre automatically gains 35. I like the aura one. There we go. Hey, rookie at level 3, alright.
That rookies not too old to learn new tricks.
Aw. Faster, stronger, and a little better looking too? I mean, is there anything I can't handle? Okay. Choose a master for Ruki. I forgot he can double jump. Okay. When sprinting, Ruki accelerates faster than usual to even faster speed. That's cool. After he's banished, Ruki has a 50% chance to return in only 1 second. Ooh. Well, he spends half his time being banished by the Pyre, though. I like him running faster.
Witness the rites firsthand and be inspired. Until the next rite.
Okay. After the Nightwings defeated the Essence in a pitched battle, you return to the wagon to recover and plan your next move. The time has come to search the stars again and determine where the rites shall take you next. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Seek now your destination. Triesta, the Silver Star. Oris, the Azure Star. Orlu, the Vernal Star. I do want to go to the planar, in fact. Alright, so the Withdrawn are climbing up the rank. The Essence got knocked down pretty far there. Alright. The Chastity are there. The Fate are there. And the Withdrawn are there. Oh, we're going to Withdrawn, obviously. That's a disturbing image. Okay. The Withdrawn and the Witch Udmilde have designs upon the rites that have nothing to do with being free again. What they seek, no one in good conscience could abide. He then reveals what he has learned of her and her designs. The Witch Udmilde, one of the Bog Dwellers and head of the Withdrawn, a triumvirate more interested in legends of Islach, the Astral Born, than in the rites. Her kind was known to be reclusive in the Commonwealth, yet she was brazen in her disdain for common values. She practiced the unspeakable. Somehow, one day, her research into flammable reagents grew into an obsession with Islach, despite widely held belief that he is dead, or never existed. But Udmilde held that Islach is merely dormant, and shall someday be reborn with newfound hunger, which could only be sated by devouring the world. Then, at last, could Islach return to his glorious home, and Udmilde would go with him. When Commonwealth officials showed up to take Udmilde in for spreading unrest, she was all too eager to comply. After all, a sentence to the downside meant that being that much closer to Islach's resting place, where she believed she had much work to do, where the Withdrawn stood ready to assist. She speaks in seeming riddles, yet the thread of her intentions, I think, cannot be dismissed. Let us be on our guard, and therefore let us rest now while we can. You bid Volfred a restful night in kind. It is too late to take flight, so you expect to press onward come daylight. Page revealed the essence. The winged members of the Essence, each chosen by the matriarch Triesta Tethys, are living exemplars of liberty and piety. Would that my wings could be thus. Once, you of course must know, we all had wings. It is said the people of the Empire relinquished theirs, drawn in by earthly matters as they were, but the harps, such as Triesta, held tight the liberty their plumage could afford. These divergent paths did cause a share of differences between the winged and the wingless over time, but here in this land our purposes are shared, our goals united. That then is the essence. That is who they are, and what, and why. Okay. What's up, Pamitha? Despite Pamitha's mental conditioning, you can tell something is troubling her. She won't listen to a word I say. Not one damn word. If she weren't my blood sister, I should think I'd hate her guts as much as she hates mine. She shakes her head. I should apologize to you and to everyone. I sought out Tamitha without asking your leave. I figured I would rather seek forgiveness than permission. You understand. My attempts with Tamitha didn't amount to much, as you well saw, so at this point I'm hopeful you'll be more accepting of apologies than she. Though tell me something, Rita, darling. Do you suppose I'm going to betray you? You may know better than I do at this point. Loyalty has to be earned. You believe that she will stand with the Nightwings. You express to Pamitha that you do not view her efforts to make peace with Tamitha as being contradictory to the group's larger goals. You understand why she did what she did. She says nothing for a while. That's kind of you to say, darling. May the others see it with such generosity. But if they don't, you need to but tell me to depart, and I'll be on my way. However, I've a promise that I wish to make to you. You let me stay, and I'll see this through, with all of you, no matter where we all end up. I'll be on the roof for a bit, I think. You take care too, darling. Despite Pamitha's disappointment with the outcome of her confrontation with her blood sister, you sense she is less troubled now after your brief conversation. No stat bonus, though. Alas. Okay, so Jody is doing okay there. Ruki also, about the same, really. Give or take. Faye, similar, slightly lower. Tizo, slightly higher. So Gilman, a little lower. Pamitha, substantially lower than that. So they're still trying to catch up to everybody else. Just quickly check. Cool. All right. Continuing journey. Being here in Flagging Hands continues to sap most everyone's spirits. Aw, everybody loses a hope. Phooey. Let's get out of here. Hey. Whoa! It's Sir Deluge. What was that? You overhear Sir Deluge in a full-on panic as his fellow Worm Knights attempt to calm him down. Well, what do you mean it was the Nightwings? We are not to face them in our coming right again, are we? At some point he realizes your wagon is aloft beside his own. You Nightwings! This night shall not forgive you this transgression! Once we prevail against whichever adversary is doomed to face us next, then we shall come for you. Why must this knight be forced to fly so far above land and sea? Ha ha. Have fun, kids. I don't need to collide with everybody. It's fine. It is fun, though. The unmistakable remains of Shilvas horse-headed, which protrude from the ash and fire there below. Some have taken it to be a work of sculpture, reader. The tale of a titan felled by Saint Trieste at Tethys. That is more unbelievable than the thought that some daring exiles over many years carved this titan's visage out of stone. Be that as it may, the climate and the cliffs are home now to exiled harps, such as the Essence, whom you faced here when you first arrived. Even they do not all know of the locale's sacred significance. Alright, so we can go to Blackshore. Wolfram believes this would be an expedient path to the Nest of Trieste. We got Highwind Cove, patrolled by the Commonwealth's ancient enemies. Pamela thinks this should be the quickest route, leaving you with time for vocations. I mean, it's her territory. I kind of trust her. Your wagon touches down in Black Basin, where you first met Volfred and Pamitha as well. You briefly wonder what might have happened had your paths not crossed as you considered what to do with the remains of the afternoon. Anybody there? Ooh, the Beyonder Crystal seeks Pamitha. Once more you have returned to me. What is it, reader? It's scribe trial time. It's the least I can do in exchange for your company. You need but point me to the one you have in mind. Alright, let's see. Everybody's got their specialized gear. Two quickness, two presence, or those other things. Yeah, there we go. Invoke. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Pamitha. Oh, you mean that feisty harp? She may yet be taught some manners, I should think. I shall attempt to bring her down to size. Let us bring her forth. Soon Pamitha arrives in heat of the summons. You called for me, reader darling? Ah, it's that crystal. Then let's hash it out. I'm ready. They're basically the same voice. I have so few in my repertoire. Repertoire. Whatever. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Won't be needing this. Listen well, harp. You answer to me here. Ooh, a bossy one. Sure then, go on and tell me more. Such a delightful student for a change. Come then, let us see what you can do, left to your own devices, save for your reader's vigilance, of course. Let's show her what she wants to see then, reader darling. Starting off a little stronger, which is nice. Starting off much stronger. Oh no! Then again. Alright, alright, alright. Boom, just like that. Easiest one yet. There now, is everybody happy? Oh, happy as can be, my doubtless pretty harp. So good of you to ask. On top of that, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. You have my congratulations, both to you and to your lovely reader. Now, be gone from here before I have any second thoughts. My, that Sandra could use a massage or something. So angry, isn't she? Say, what's that you have there, darling? You received a Triesta's plume for completing Pamitha's trial. While flying, after dousing the adversary's pyre, Pamitha may instantly return and deals 3 pyre damage. That's awesome. Heck yes, that's getting equipped right now. Okay. Nobody left to talk to, right? Yeah, no. So let's explore Highwind Cove. You and Pamitha make a quick search of the strange outcroppings of Highwind Cove. However, you find nothing of note. It sounds a little cruel, reader darling, but we're wasting our time. Let's head back. You return to the Black Wagon where the others are preoccupied with their own pursuits. You should have time enough to pursue your vocations. So everybody's pretty close now, so I'm going to study in private again. Alright, so that's 2 of 2. We can either set quickness to be 2 or presence. Both are good. I'll go quickness. The 8 scribes who compose the book, their influence and their experience spreads through the pages into the willing reader's deepest consciousness. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. You gain reader's influence, celerity. An old favorite from Vampire the Masquerade days. Oh, somebody's in the wagon. It's Tizo! You observe Tizo rummaging about the Black Wagon as though in search of something. He notices you there and rushes up to greet you. Tizo is glad that you are here. He was just reminiscing about old times. But just as quickly he resumes his search. Tizo was looking for something a former exile of the Nightwings once gave him. He is growing frustrated that the object he seeks is nowhere to be found. You almost do not notice the lone minstrel's approach. I am afraid that it is gone, Tizo. I am very sorry. Reader, it is nothing that ought to be cause for much concern, merely that Tizo has misplaced something of sentimental value to him. It was just a spare bandage, he indicates, exactly like the one on his horn. Tizo here has had many adventures with the Nightwings. Is that not so, Tizo? He squawks in approval. Those memories shall always stay with you. Is that not what matters most of all? He confirms this as well. Then, please do not worry yourself about it anymore. It is a symbol of a distant past, besides. Tizo skulks away up to the rafters. The lone minstrel watches him go. The object that he seeks does not exist, reader. Tizo searches for it from a fleeting memory of his days with the Nightwings of the past. He performed the regular duties of the other drive imps at first, but soon distinguished himself. I was none too surprised. He was clearly special. He had grown close with the other members of the Nightwings when misfortune fell, and the triumvirate fell apart. Perhaps Volfred has revealed to you more of the details. As for Tizo, I feel he must make peace with the shadows of his past somehow. Perhaps then he shall cease searching. You need not worry for him, of course. He is resilient, and shall always serve the Nightwings well. You might say that he was born for it. Begging your pardon, reader. The lone minstrel excuses himself in his polite way, leaving you to consider what he said. Any new pages? The Black Basin. The continent we call Black Basin shall one day tear itself apart. Arriving upon black and molten crags, tolerable only by the harp Triesta, we pressed onward toward a suffocating wood. This land felt to us somehow primordial. Deep in its roots and noxious crevasses lay innumerable clues as to its ancient history, but we had little time to excavate, for our supplies by then were thin. Further, we were lost. Our best attempts at circumnavigation all had failed. It was Luz Glorian who reached out at last unto the stars, and they revealed the way. Then we at last could see the sacred Mount Alodiel there, in the distance. Lodio has an entry. That's cool. Which you know that they are 5 and 5. So we go to the nest of Triesta. En route to the nest of Triesta, the wagon comes to a sudden halt. That does it. I'm leaving. The cause of Jodario's outburst soon becomes apparent. Well, reader darling, at least some of us know how to take a joke, wouldn't you say? Look, she was reminiscing once again about her soldier days, and I just happened to point out, I may have suggested the fiery destruction of the Spiral Sanctum happened on her former unit's watch. I mean, didn't it? Not that she would have made much of a difference. Had she been there herself... I thought she held no love for your commonwealth. I shall never understand what it is your people ever saw in that dreadful place, but I guess I hit a sore spot. I should probably apologize. She swoops off. There's no sign of either one of them. You organize a small search, but it proves fruitless. But then... Jodario returns alone as if nothing happened. She is back to her calm self. Let us continue. I regret the interruption. Pamela soon comes back as well. Oh, don't you worry, darling. I have definitely patched things up between us. Honest. At least, I think perhaps I didn't make things worse. She returns to her business in the wagon. You make ready to resume your travels, but make a note to follow up with them. Okay, 2 new pages, the Nest of Triesta and the Freedom Pact. We rid the land of an impending doom, but faced another of its kind, for we knew that we were trapped. Yet, for each danger which we faced, for every failed ambush by Arch, we met with gentle souls and kindred spirits in the downside, who served more than to fade from memory within this land. Who deserved more than to fade from memory from this land. It was then that the stars themselves showed us the way, delineating a great voyage across the sea. Near broken we became, but then at last a moonlit vision, that of the rights. The rights! Thus shall they say of us, the 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours. Okay, the Nest of Triesta. The ashen effigy of the nightmare titan Zilvias, horse-headed, looms as dark as ever on the precipices of Black Basin, where her chaotic influence sundered the land itself until it wept with fire. The very instant that our grateful friend Triesta Tethys finally laid rest to the greater Titan with the power of the holy scepter of the Empire, the stars shone down upon us all with blinding light. Triesta thought that she could bear her children in the warmth there, but alas. Now the stars revisit that locale with regularity. The fissures in the rock do pose more danger than one ought invite, but a summons to the nest is to be honored. Alright, who's our team this time? Tizo's bio's updated, that's cool. Hang on. Okay. So Jody and Ruki are about even. And Faye. Faye's slightly lower, sort of. Tough to say. Toss-up, really. Tizo, slightly higher. So Gilman definitely lower. Pamela also lower, but they've just been used a bunch. So, I don't want to get them to get banishing sickness. Okay, well, we'll see what the future holds in store for who can participate in the ride at all. Oh, we got somebody there, and I missed them. Pamitha, what's up? You find Pamitha in the midst of a heated conversation. All I'm saying is we're limiting not only our own chances individually, but all your friends' chances as well. Jodario seems to be considering whatever it is that Pamitha proposed. Reader, the harp here is suggesting that perhaps it would be best if I were to form an alliance with the ones whom I fought for the better part of my life. Just with me, Jodario. I cannot vouch for anybody else. How utterly absurd. If we were in the Commonwealth, I would not have stayed my hand against her. That I can say for certain. However, as Hedwyn would say, what happened back there? Perhaps none of that matters anymore, and what matters more is what we do from here. Oh, hello Hana Pengu, lurking there. I don't have a lurk thing that you can hit, but I appreciate it. That is to say, I am willing to give it a shot. You mean you'd be willing to conduct the rites with me? Yes. Excellent! I knew you would come around. I thought she'd never come around, but I ought to give her the benefit of the doubt here. I'm grateful for your open-mindedness. No need to let old enemies between our ancestors ruin things between us, or others in our little party for that matter, after all. Do not push it with me, Harp. We shall see if the reader here is thus inclined to pair us in the coming rites. I am willing to defer to her. Anyway, you see? I think I managed to make amends there. Doubtless we'll get on swimmingly in no time. Pamitha and Jodario are now willing to conduct the rites together. Hope for the best. Oh, I am going to be ending at a little after 9, probably, whenever the next rite ends. And it's about 4 minutes to go. And then I'm going to see if I can figure out how to raid, because then Night Kinks and Effie are going to be playing Night in the Woods, which is possibly my favorite game, even ahead of Jet Set Radio. Weird as that is to hear me say. Okay. Let's get dangerous. Okay. Though the now familiar surroundings of the Nest of Triesta made preparations faster than before, the stars are already aflame by the time you and the others are gathered. At last. Well, Ruki, I have every faith in your ability in this. Sure, whatever you say there, chum. Now, let's watch the fireworks up there. Now let's watch the fireworks up there. I always like this part. You wish them all good fortune in turn. Little else is said, and together you watch the celestial harmony in calm and silence and await the withdrawn. Something else catches your notice in the sky this time. Strange new stars shimmering about the ones you recognize. The greater titans have returned. Some of them, and merely in spirit, not in form, but those dark stars are a portentous sign. Though they may light your way, beware the path which they illuminate, reader. Henceforth you may invite the influence of the Titan stars. Look upon them without fear.
Behold the Titan stars.
Ah, and here the secret difficulty levels of a Supergiant game come and appear for us. So, at the start of this rite, your Pyre shall automatically suffer 30 damage. Your adversaries shall each have +8 to hope, making them return sooner after banishment. Your adversaries shall be more cunning and much quicker to react. Oh, no thank you.
Andrea, the widow. Limbless Erizek.
Alright, so that gives me +6% enlightenment. That's not bad. I don't need to do all of them, especially the first time around.
The Titan stars. Burning remnants of monstrosities felled by the scribes themselves. Dare you to stand against them in their fury? Dark is the knowledge that you seek there, reader. Best focus on your adversaries, keen as they are to confront you once again. Put out their fire first, and show them the glory of the Night Wings. Now then, make ready for the rite.
Previous time you suffered our Pyre's flame, prevailed. This time, all for Islach. no matter the result and no matter the cost. The Withdrawn. Let us show them what the Nightwings can do.
Who shall conduct
Dip.
this rite?
Hang on a second. What does Frozen Soul do? Reduce the adversary's pyre. Wow, so we're going down by 50 right at the start. This is going to be tight. Okay. So Udmilda has an aura blast that arcs at a wide angle. Yikes. And the pyre... She deals an additional 5 damage while her pyre has less than ours, but that won't be for a while. After casting Implode, they return faster than normal. With Fluttering or Zipping, they move faster. Implode can banish adversaries in a wide area. Wow! Somebody's very tough. When flinging the orb, they do bonus damage. Yikes. Same ones. Okay. This will be a challenge for sure. I want Faye leading. Tizo has so much XP, that's so weird. All right. Okay. Of the remainders, I mean, it should be Gilman, but he's going to get Banishing Sickness soon. I'm worried about him. Okay. Let's do Tizo.
Tizo. The choice is cast.
Scream. Tizo's fired up and ready to take on the Withdrawn. Hear us, Islach. Bring to us thy terrible power.
Begin. Now to the flame.
Oh, shoot. Caught me. Dang.
Oh. Poor Exile Flame is stricken.
Well done, Pamitha.
You stand against us once again. Begone, irrelevant to us or to our purpose.
Hey, that's not good. Wow, 25? Yikes.
Splendid.
This is going to be tight, man.
How careless. Vampire spotters.
I mean, like, I'm getting there, but yikes. Hey, that should not have worked like that. I'm pretty sure. Hey, what?
It's done.
How did that... Okay, explain that to me. I should have blasted them. It's fine. We'll get it.
Who shall conduct this rite? Faye. Pamitha. Tizo. The choice is cast.
Okay.
Commence. Poor exile.
Whoa. just get blown up? Looks like I did. Oh no!
The Nightwings are the first to strike.
Good. Good start. Yes, yes, yes. We know. Thank you.
An opportunity.
Oh no!
Fear not.
So much stamina for a little imp.
How careless.
Oh no! Shoot! Alright, here we go. Oh shoot. Ah. What? Terrible. Alright, alright, alright. Thank you, Tizo. Oh no, what? What a move! Oh, thank goodness for their incompetence, right? Alright. Oh no!
You poor thing. Oh,
Oh no! Gotta go on the offense, I guess. Oh, nope, I guess not. There we go. All right.
there goes the Witchwood Milder. Oh,
Oh, terrible. Bye.
glory to the scribes. Now plunge into the flames. Bask in the pure light flame.
Oh, down to 4 left. This is
Now
This is getting tense.
and it is done.
Bye bye.
The Nightwings prevail yet again. The scribe showed them a bit of favor in the end. Thus end this night's proceedings.
Islach savors defeat. Thine, ours, he cares not. Ye shall see.
That S is in the wrong spot. There were so many. Oh, whatever.
The rites do tend to teach something of trust.
Pretty good.
Until the stars align.
All right, let's wrap up this one, and then it's time to raid. Okay, back in the wagon after besting the Withdrawn in a close contest, you are about to join the others discussing the outcome when Volfred finds you. Good work back there, my girl. Though I'm afraid I must pull you away from any revelry, for there is something you should see. Please, join me outside. Look forth, the golden star reveals itself to us once more. Indeed, somewhere deep in the infinite dark, a single star shines brighter than the rest. The path to freedom reveals itself again. Confirm your destination. Well, it's been fun, gang. But here we go. Time for somebody else to get called up. The rites are calling you again to the fall of Solium, where one among you may go free should you prevail. It is as we discussed. The cycle of the rites is beginning to turn more quickly. Perhaps the scribes themselves have taken notice. Fortunately, having more frequent opportunities to free ourselves is not unwelcome to our plan. I suppose it's good for everyone, including the fate who will oppose us next. Getting to Mount Alodiel ought to be a little easier than before, at least. We should be able to make a landing near to some of the old monuments to the scribes. Let's set forth at dawn. Soon everyone is off to rest as best as they are able, knowing that another chance at liberty for one of them shall soon present itself. Ooh, that's a lot of pages revealed. Alright, so I'm going to quit it here, and before I do, I'm going to try this raid thing. So bear with me, folks. Stream manager, let's do a raid. Raid channel. Not found. What, are they not started yet? What the heck? Okay, well, guess we're gonna keep going for now. I can do that. Who's here? It's Tizo! Tizo has something on his mind. You find Tizo there in the black wagon looking rather more despondent than usual. When you attempt to reach out to him, he barely acknowledges you. Tizo indicates that he wishes to be left alone right now. You almost run into Faye as you turn to leave. Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I was just watching to come in on little Tizo there. I think maybe he's taken ill or something? On further inspection, it occurs to you that Faye perhaps is not off the mark, and that Tizo is unwell for some reason. Come on, Tizo, you're gonna be alright. You might well be the smallest one of us, but I think you're the toughest. Although, Miss Jotario, I think she's very tough as well. Tizo appreciates the kind words, but still wishes to be left alone at this time. Oh, don't be silly, Tizo. You know I won't be doing that, don't you? Faye turns to you for a moment, lowering her voice. Miss, I think Tizo would like a little bit of privacy if you don't mind. Though, I don't mean to be rude. It's just Tizo, well, I told him not to eat something. There was this, well, I think it was a mushroom, maybe? Growing in the corner over there? Oh, buddy. So I see Tizo sniffing at it, and he's always hungry, and usually I try to feed him, but this time I told him no. Tizo is the toughest. Tizo! Because I know my mushrooms, and whatever that was, I think it was a mushroom, but it wasn't one I know? Well, Tizo ate it anyway. Tizo corroborates Faye's recollection of what happened. So, anyway, I think that he's going to maybe, well, cough it up, I guess? I think. Maybe any moment now. Because when I ate things I thought were mushrooms around here, I coughed them up. And they made me rather sick, kind of like Tizo over there. I hope that I'm not being inappropriate because it's not polite, maybe? Oh, come to think of it, Tizo, why don't we go outside? Because then I won't have to clean up after you, like the last time when you ate something I said maybe you shouldn't. Remember? Tizo indicates he remembers full well and regrets not heeding Faye's food-related counsel. Oh, don't worry, silly. If you've taken ill, then I think you're going to be fine. Once you have a little walk outside with me, because you're very tough. Tizo is beginning to look better already. You're my best friend, Tizo. I couldn't let anything bad happen to you. Or at least I'll try, okay? I don't think anyone could stop you from eating things, though. Then she snatches Tizo up in her arms and whisks him out of the wagon with her, and Hanapengu is insanely envious. You hear her call back to you over her shoulder. Bye, miss. I'll make sure Tizo's alright. I promise, okay? Although the prospect of Faye administering medical assistance normally would give you pause, Tizo seemed to accompany her willingly enough. The two have shared a rather close bond since Faye first made contact with the group. For someone like her who has lived alone for so long, friendship must be vital. And as for Tizo, he must be impressed that a non-native of the downside seems to know her way around food safety even better than he. There's like 90,000 more pages. I just don't have the energy for them right now. Let's say we set up camp there. Take flight. Whoosh. Not much here. Yes, we can land at Emperor's Fall. Or we can land at Emperor's Ascent. I don't see... Oh, wait. There's a thing over here. Uh-huh. The inverted fall of Solium roars into the sky. Somewhere beyond it lies the Commonwealth, beyond your vision and beyond your grasp. Your home is there somewhere, if I am not mistaken. Those who transcend the Shimmer Pool after a liberation rite, the fall shall send them on their way. I suppose it would be unfair if we could simply fly. It'd be hard to keep the winglings out. Alright. You sense Pamela shall gain favor from the scribes if you land here. You sense Faye shall gain favor from the scribes if you land here. I used them both last time. We'll do Faye. You make landing on the sacred Mount Alodiel, upon whose summit the next liberation rite shall soon take place. You wonder who among you may regain his or her freedom this time. Volfred finds you after the post-flight inspection. We shall have to take the rest of the trip to the Fall of Solium by hand. May we soon liberate another of our own there. That should raise the chances that our plan shall ultimately succeed. Nobody in there. Seek the Nomad Scribe's favor. Later that day, you accompany Faye into the sublime grandeur of the Emperor's Fall, where a monument to Galathanian awaits you. Perhaps due to the nature of this place, you begin to sense Faye's inner thoughts, as clear as if she were speaking aloud. Blessed am I to have this audience with you, O Galathanian. Your resplendent glory has made this moment possible and given me so many friends who are so dear to me. Thank you. Whatever happens, thank you. Soon you and she are finished paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Galathanian has shown you favor. At dawn you shall begin your ascent. For now, the solitude here is fit for pursuing your vocations. Faye gained 2 hope for the next rite. Oh, someone's in the wagon. It's Faye. Faye seems to be talking to the Black Wagon's walls again, though this time something seems to have come over her. Little brother, what's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? You were unsure whether to check in with her or leave her be. Faye is acting rather odd even for her. I can wait and listen, or I can get her attention. Seems like one I'm going to mess up. She appreciates her friends. I'm going to get her attention. Though Faye is clearly capable of surviving on her own, you do worry for her, and in this case make an attempt to reach out to her. Oh, hi, miss. I don't think I saw you there just now, and so my little brother here and I, we were just talking for a little while. Well, I was the one doing the talking. Why, my little brother, he's just a wagon wall, so he can't respond. He can't respond, but he can listen, and he listens really well. Now, I'd like to get back to my conversation here with him if you don't mind, and you're welcome to stay, though, if you like. It seems Faye is doing all right after all. Faye wishes to continue her conversation. If she did invite you to stay, perhaps you'll learn something of her. Yeah, let's do that. You decide to take Faye up on her invitation and keep listening to her conversation with the wagon wall, her little brother, as she calls it. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I remember. It's that they always said there was something wrong with me, but they wouldn't really tell me what. They said I was moon-touched, but so what? So then the scribes, they called me here. They're the ones who brought me here, not those people. They were so cruel. They always were so cruel. I didn't have a little brother at the time. No, not one that I recall, really. Although so much of it back then, I can't tell how much of it I dreamt. Most of it I didn't want to be true. But I remember that they threw me out. They decided they would throw me out. And they let the scribes take care of me, they said. The scribes, they would take care of me. It was so very quiet here, and I was all alone again, although I think I liked it more, being alone down here than being alone back there. Everybody's alone down here, and so it makes me feel less alone somehow. Back there, why, I would sometimes see families, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, but here, there was hardly anyone at all. But I knew that I was closer to the scribes. I knew that they were in the sky above, and I did search for them up there, you know? And then one night, I found them. I saw the stars, and they were falling to the ground, and I thought, why is it the scribes themselves are crying? Are they sad? And maybe, are they sad for me? Well, that was when I first saw you, little brother. With your help, I could get closer to the scribes. That way, maybe they could answer all my questions, don't you think? But I'm so very glad I found you and the others. I'm finally not alone. I'm finally not alone, and more importantly, I think, sometimes I even feel that way, that I'm not alone. Maybe, as we get closer, maybe, I'll get to feel that way more often, being here or being anywhere with you and all my friends. She falls silent. Though you were concerned for her at first, you sense that now she's at peace. She wanders off, faintly smiling. You sense you have a better understanding of her now. That's cool. Phase bio. Yes, okay. More than halfway to 4, more than halfway to 4, about halfway to 4, maybe a little more. Also about halfway to 4, dead halfway to 4, less than halfway to 4. Okay. All right. I'll study in private again, why not? Alright, let's get plus some presence. Tenacity. Like it. Alright. Bear with me, folks. I'm just going to quickly check something. Oh, why is that being weird now? One moment. Okay. So it looks like there will be no Night in the Woods this evening. So I can't raid anybody. So I'll play through to the next liberation. Alright, do we have the High Road or the Cistern? Jordario shall gain favor, or Sir Gilman shall gain favor. Sir Gilman needs it, so we'll do that. On the way to the summit, you pass a monument to Under King Orez, and Sir Gilman happens to take notice. You wish for good fortune in the coming rite and in your plan. As for Sir Gilman, Have this night's glory days gone by, he often wonders? Perhaps you know the answer to that. Please, do not spoil it for him. He says little after paying his respects. However, as you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Under King Orez has shown you favor. Sir Gilman gained 3 glory for the next rite. Cool. Alright, you and your companions gather once more at the Scribe's Gate, where a single narrow trail leads up toward the summit, past an archway carved of stone. Come this way, please. The minstrel leads you towards the archway, where his counterpart awaits. The exiles of the Night Wings have returned. They have. Greetings, Celeste. She all but ignores him and motions to the rest of you. Now then, each of you in turn, please state your name and what it is that you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Please, just do as she says. Everyone steps forth one after another, much like before. Tizo passes through the gate. Sir Gilman passes through the gate. Jodariel passes through the gate. Ruki passes through the gate. Pamitha passes through the gate. Faye passes through the gate. Do we see what they say each time? No. Volfred passes through the gate. No one is left to go but you. You step forth and declare yourself as you did before. The guardian of Scribe's Gate regards you with a still expression. Then she addresses all of you in her formal manner. The 8 scribes bid the Night Wings welcome. Go forth with glory. The lone minstrel glances up at the gate guardian. You have our gratitude, Celeste. But she pays him no heed. Again, you gain the top of Mount Alodiel, from which the downside sprawls before you. You wonder whether one among you soon shall follow headwind from this place. Hang on. Wow, that's so much stuff. Ah, interesting. Temporary ones. After Bearer banishes an adversary by aura casting, an aura burst may occur. Interesting. After announcing the adversary's power, the Bearer earns a reward. It's not bad, but it's not better than the stuff I have. Clearly what I want is the Stardust ones, but we'll figure that out later. Commence the Liberation Rites. The time has come for your second Liberation Rite to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Volfred speaking in hushed tones, but cannot sense the topic or the tone. Then Volfred looks up at you. I trust that you are feeling as prepared as possible, my girl. Each rite is consequential to our journey in its own respect, though these Liberation Rites have a more immediate effect. It's somewhat crass, however. I've gotten estimated by how much each of our companions may contribute to the outcome of our plan, should they be liberated here. Factors such as their previous occupation, innate tendency to lead, and oratory skill contributed to my assessment. It's nothing personal, for we are all in this together. Besides, we all ought to return in time, if possible. Know simply that for each of us who goes, in so doing he or she shall raise our total chances of success. Reader, madam, this night you shall confront the fate. They have already appointed Dalbert to be liberated, should they manage to prevail. We all have faith in you, my girl, and lo, even the stars agree on this account. Ooh, 4 Titan stars to choose from. Alright, start of the rite, suffer damage. Adversaries shall have +8 hope. At the start of the rite, adversaries Pyre shall gain 30. Woof. It's not as necessary for the Liberation Rite, I feel. I mean, that's like a pretty big disadvantage. All right, here we go. a question of how many times can we do that to them. Exiles whom you liberate return to the Commonwealth in glory. They can no longer aid you in the rights. Yes, we know. Thank you.
Nightwings have returned unto the fall of Solium, at which the scribes first formed their sacred union. At stake this night is freedom and prosperity. But only for one exile who prevails in this liberation rite. Your many adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the fate which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the fates, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The bent old Kurt Dalbert steps forward and struggles for a moment with his mask. Won't be needing this. Greetings, old good heralds. I am called Dalbert Oldheart. It is the greatest honor of my years to stand upon this sacred site upon which the 8 scribes first anointed these glorious proceedings. Nightwings, we are honored to be in your presence once more. Father, they are our adversaries, not our hosts. We need not be so gentle with them. They shall do their utmost to keep you from your freedom. Dalbert, your son speaks out of turn. Control him. My sincerest apologies for his unnecessary outburst. Almer, please, we have worked toward this opportunity, and we must make the most of it. He puts his mask back on. My son and I stand ready to begin. Now then, have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct the liberation rite? Reader, I am bound to tell you once more, the first companion whom you choose shall go free this very night, if you prevail. Only the enlightened may be thus anointed. Not all among you may yet be ready. The other 2 chosen for the triumvirate shall lend their aid. Nightwings, make your decision.
Who would you set free?
Whoa. Pamitha is eligible, and Jodariel isn't? That's wild. Faye Tizo and Pamitha. Wow, I didn't expect Pamitha to be the one I would be okay with sending up. Oh, she threw good, though. Alright, I don't feel like Jody or Tizo, or I don't feel like Faye or Tizo are ready to go. I feel like they've got more going on. Let's see. Does anybody not have a special item? No, everybody's got one, so that's cool. Let's consider the fate. What do they have? While the bearer's pyre has less than the adversary's, the bearer deals bonus damage. Okay. What's that one called? Dying Flame? Okay. When sprinting, Dalbert accelerates faster than usual. Dalbert can double jump. Okay, so that's familiar. The brief charge up before he jumps is virtually eliminated. Okay. Gains half again more stamina, letting her jump and sprint more often. Yes. I just got I got a text from a friend saying don't send Faye. She's happier with her friends. Good. Okay. All right, well, we'll do what we can. Yeah. Oh, my friend has feelings about everybody. Good. Feel those feelings. Okay, so we're going to send Pamitha. So I'm to get my shot at all this then. How very thoughtful of you, reader darling.
Who shall lend her support?
All right, if we're going to balance with Pamitha. Probably either Tizo or Gilman. So we'll go with Gilman.
Sir Gilman.
By this knight's honor, he shall fight with all his might. And then a defensive player would be good, so let's do Jody. Understood. Let us return her home. Hey, they're fighting alongside one another. Oh, isn't that nice? We give thanks to have this opportunity to face you, O Night Wings. Now, let us strive to our fullest capability with honor and with grace. Save your strength for the right, Father, and for the voyage home. Let this be our final battle against them. Alright, I am probably going to get wrecked the first time I try this. We'll see how things go. Oh, they're itchy. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Oh, I left it wide open for him. Oh, you hate to see it. Okay. Oh, what? Phooey. Oh, no. Ugh. That should have done it. Whatever. Oh, shoot. Ran out of stamina. I hate it. Ugh. Oh, that was a good banishing. That was too. Cool. Gilman with another win. God. Got a long way to go, though. Hear us now, O noble Jomur, for we beseech you. Surely we cannot prevail without your aid. If ever you have heard my prayers, I beg of you, please, smile upon us now. Whether from his prayer to the scribes or simply from Dalbert's resolve, something comes over your fellow exiles here. If they are banished now, they shall not soon return. Great. That means we gotta play defensively or some such. Oh, no. Come on. There we go. Oh, no. All right, Sir Gilman. Oh, no!
Didn't see it coming. So it is.
All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Mostly thanks to Pamitha.
Yes.
Gilman's doing his own pretty well, though, I will say.
This is the path to glory. Quite the close call there, no? Magnificent.
Getting there. Getting there.
No more than a lick of flame remains. Now to the flame.
Yes, get there.
The Night Wings proved their worth.
That was way easier than some of the other ones.
Outcome which left little room for doubt. Thus ends the liberation rite, and thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Alas, my son, once more it seems that I have failed you.
Father, wait! What good is freedom to us anyway if we would be apart? I'm a little sad Delbert didn't get to go. So what am I, supposed to give a speech or something then? Reader, darling, all of you, look, I have no idea why you picked me. Well, I do have one, but I don't think it's right. If you'd wanted to get rid of me by now, you needn't have gone to such lengths, and so I'm left only to conclude that you did this for me. The years I spent down here, in one sense, they have all been such a waste, just utterly for nothing, spectacularly so. I thought that my relationship with Tamitha had nowhere left to go but up, but, well, you know, not quite the case. But then I think on what would have become of me, had I made no attempt to set things right, had I not done everything I have. I could not have lived with that, I think. I was so certain that my life would end down here. I'm only now beginning to consider that the opposite may have come true instead. What I'm trying to say is, thanks to all of you. I mean that. Now I guess I'd better head on back to that damned Commonwealth, so bottoms up. She plunges in the waters of the shimmer pool and disappears from view, though her voice still rings out. We'll have to see what we can do up there, provided that my sisters haven't had their way with it just yet. Anyway, let's find a way to keep in touch, but just in case, goodbye. Tamitha earned back her freedom. May she return in glory.
The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again. May the scribes have mercy on us all.
Father, wait!
Calm yourself, my son. The liberation rite is ended.
But no, how could you be so calm even now after what happened?
Did you strive this night with all your heart, Almer?
Yes, but it was not enough. It was not enough.
No, my son. It was enough. It was more than enough.
Father... You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the fate in the liberation rite. Such the glorious night this turned out to be! It seems our group grows smaller. You succeeded in liberating Tamitha, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We did what we could. Hang on, sorry. With each liberation rite, we strive to advance our plan. A brighter future awaits at the end of our path. For now, we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take it you have seen the stars, or I should say the lack thereof. You have, or did. Once more the sky is all abyssal darkness following the liberation rite. No stars illuminate themselves to guide you further on your path. Then let us go once more to Moonlight Alcove. I have an errand I must run besides, once we arrive. Best we recover now and make our way southward at first light. What's up, Rookie? Typically, Rookie would be fast asleep by this late hour, yet he's wide awake now, although staring off at the unseen. You startle him somehow.
Oh, hey, sister, I was just, I don't know, feeling weird or something here, I guess. We got her out. Pam, I mean. We got her out. We sent her packing and all that. She shouldn't have had to be stuck here forever, and now she ain't. But, well, turns out I got some feelings for the girl, you understand. Now don't go telling anyone I said it, or else I'll bite you right in the hand, I swear.
He looks at you in a sheepish way.
Look, sister, I know I ain't her type. It's just, we all got those stupid feelings, and we're stuck with them, and that's just how it is. She's got plenty of her own, I bet. Once in a while, feelings like that happen to be shared, but it's all just a roll of the dice. A girl like that, she won't think twice about old Rookie Greentail when she's back there, sitting pretty on some tower there or something.
He sighs, staring off into the distance. Okay, Rookie's gonna be next then, right? We're gonna do that?
I just hope they let her fly again, you know? I just never met anyone like her, is all. Never even really had the guts to let her know. Oh well, just how it goes sometimes. I just hope she gets on okay, is all. And this is gonna sound pretty stupid here, but then who cares? It's stupid, but I'm thinking that if I ever get out of here myself, why, I'm gonna track her down and... Well, that's about as far as I figured out, sister. Anyway, thanks for the ear. Oh, and for making sure we beat those fate bozos. And now, with Pam back home, I bet that plan of ours is in the bag. Maybe she can finally get her family stuff sorted while she's at it, too. Now then, I'm beat. Good night.
He hurries off before you can respond to anything he said. You sense, however, that some small burden has been lifted from him now. As for Pamitha, you hold out hope that she will find her way there in the Commonwealth, somehow. Okay, let's go to Moonlight Alcove. You once again find yourself amid the hidden splendors of Moonlight Alcove. Here you can await the time until the stars deign to shine for you again. Well, nothing to do but bide our time. We have returned to a place of respite. Please, make yourselves comfortable, such as you can. We are at the mercy of the stars, but I expect they shall shine bright again in time. As for me, I shall return by then, for there is something I must do. There, from atop the sacred mountain, you gaze down into the abyss that is the downside. You wonder when the stars shall align themselves once more. There, upon the sacred mountain, you and your companions once more await the night the stars begin to shine again. The plan of which you are all a part is set in motion. The Commonwealth, a nation that stood almost for 1,000 years, is in turmoil. If your companions return there through the liberation rites, what sort of place shall they be coming back to? Many moons pass. One evening, amid a downpour with no interest whatsoever in relenting, Volford requests everybody to convene. You understand he has an announcement of some sort. Soon everyone is assembled and Volford regards the group. Everyone, there is an aspect of our plan which I have not talked about with you at length. Look around at your companions. What do you see in them? He lets the question hang a moment in the air. I'll tell you what I see in all of you, in all of us. I see in all of us a living vision of the 8 scribes themselves, each one among them hailing from the different tribes which later formed our Commonwealth. My observation does not come from pompousness, I think. Rather, I believe the scribes themselves desired, or shall I say, desire, such a course. Together, they created all this ceremony of which we are now a part. The exiles liberated through their rites went on to found the Commonwealth, based on their values and their teachings. Thus, an instrumental aspect of our plan is to embody the spirit and the culture from which the Commonwealth arose so many centuries ago.
That way, when we are all united on the other side in solidarity, the people shall all see that we reflect the values they yet cherish in their hearts, not merely on our own. Anyway, we're still missing one key representative on behalf of Molten Milive. And I happen to know a certain bog dweller who I think shall fit the part most splendidly indeed. He motions for someone to approach. A certain bog dweller slithers forward. You recognize her straight away. It is my pleasure to introduce to you a dear old friend of mine whom I believe you've met. Welcome to the Nightwings, Bertrude. The bog dweller called Big Bertrude utters something guttural by way of greeting.
We are to understand that you require aid from us.
Yes, dear Bertrude, the time has come. Bertrude here is far and away the most accomplished alchemist whom I have ever met. You soon will find that she knows much about the rites as well. Bertrude looks you and your fellow exiles each in turn.
We frighten ye, apparent.
Everyone is silent as Bertrude searches their expressions.
Then tremble, small ones, and hold well thy tongues, lest we remove them.
She takes her leave without another word. Please excuse Bertrude's blunt manner. I guarantee she shall more than make up for it. Everyone disperses. It seems now that the ranks of the Nightwings are complete. Bertrude joined the group. You sense her powerful presence. Welcome her aboard. Now then, my girl, perhaps you notice that the stars are bright once more up there beyond the stubborn rains, meaning it is time that we got back to business. Indeed, once more several stars shine bright within the cold and storming sky. Choose your path towards salvation. Gold South Star, Milad the Bog Star, Lu the Vernal Star. Okay. Who's doing best? Chastity is currently the best. The Dissidents are almost as good, and I love their music. So let's hope that one of these brings me to them. The Accusers, no. The Dissidents, yeah. All right, hang on. Or the Pyre Hearts, yep. We're going for the Dissidents. Back to the bog.
We're gonna be butting heads against old Barker again, are we, sister? Guess it helps to know ahead of time so I can brush up on my groveling.
He then shares with you what he knows of your next opponent. That's the music. I'll let it kick in. Hang on. Anyway, Barker Ashpaws, a volatile cur whose pack, the Dissidents, conduct the rites more so for thrill than for freedom. Back on the other side, Barker never quite took to the culture of the Commonwealth and often ran afoul of the law for various acts of boorishness or vandalism. He always promised to go straight, and in time he found a certain niche, for he was an accomplished hunter. And the people of the Commonwealth did have an appetite. Barker relished the hunt more than anything and spent his earnings on a variety of questionable things. One particularly raucous evening, Barker was caught relieving himself on the foot of the statue of the Archjustice Androbeles IV, and that was the end of his citizenship. In the downside, it seems he caught the notice of the Dissidents, who in turn must have observed his speed, ferocity, and fearlessness. He is now the best of them. Barker's reputation grew among the exiled curs of the Jum'Yur Valley region, where he is feared and unafraid of taking what he wants.
Not long after they flushed me down, I was trying to make ends meet, and I made a deal with him. In hindsight, let's just say it was a bad idea. He can make my life go real sour if he wants. Anyway, I better go pass out. We got a long few days ahead.
You wish Ruki a restful evening in turn. It is too late to take flight, though tomorrow you can press on. Bertrude has something on her mind. You find Big Bertrude looking about the black wagon in a disapproving way. She fixes her gaze on you. Her expression does not change.
Such a clutter added to this wagon since we looked upon it last. Unsightly. We remember thee from our abode in Flagging Hands.
Then thou must be the reading one to whom Sandalwood referred. She moves in close, studying you. You recall that the mere touch of a bog crone in the southern bogs can induce paralysis, or worse. That one such as thee can extract meaning from that tome. 'Twas a feat we wish to witness for ourselves. Thy flesh has seen but the smallest fraction of the years which ours withstood, and yet we are expected to believe that thou canst understand the Book of Rites. She backs away, for someone else has joined you. Hail, Bertrude, madam. Is everything to your liking at this time, or is there something more which you require? We have been unable to locate a supply of rotworm gizzard extract among thy belongings. Other than that, we shall lodge no complaint at present. It is possible that Volfred has a small supply among his possessions here. If you would care to accompany me, we may yet procure some. That would be agreeable with us. Then, after you, madam. As they depart, you think you see the lone minstrel nod his head your way. Pamela's moonshine. Kept close at hand on the off chance of a good occasion. Pamela wanted you to have it. Unusual etched cards depicting the Greater Titans, probably for curses and enchantments. Oh, that's Bertrude's thing. Okay. Okay. So now, let's just check and see. Can we raid anyone? Yeah, Tapala Vulcan is streaming. Okay. We're going to raid Tapala Vulcan. And it's going to be a good time for everybody involved. So, thank you everybody for watching and listening and bearing with me through technical difficulties and all of that, and this being on a different night and everything. I'm very glad that you could enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to liberating more of these wonderful characters in time. So, take care, have a good night, and enjoy Tapala Vulcan figuring out The Sims 4. Here we go.
I'm getting raided by John. Hi, John, and your party of 3 people. Thank you for raiding me, trying to figure out how Sims works, because this is terrible.
You can click in the sun in the top right bar apparently, too.
Ah!
It only kind of works.
I like the afternoon. The afternoon is good. I appreciate the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hello, hello, hello.
So, go, see, okay, you see where it used to have...
Hang on. How are you, John? What are you up to? What is going on? What is new and exciting? You were playing Pyre. Okay. Excellent, excellent. Very cool. I do like watching you play that game. It's pretty nifty.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is I have not played The Sims since the late 90s, Sims 1. This is Sims 4. RGB is on Zoom with me trying to make me not go insane.
Valiantly
trying. And I'm falling in limbo is in chat, helping immensely me not go insane as well. And yeah. Right?
Yes, there's a learning curve.
Right?
Yes, correct.
It's like it's not even a learning curve. I think there's some learning slaloms happening.